What's up, YouTube? What's up, peeps? Anyway, it's me, LA 42992 Harris. It's a long name, ain't it? But it is LA 42992 Harris. You may know who I am. You may know of me, per se. May know me from my better half, or I'm her better half, however you want to look at it. And her name is Lady Love Lounge Talk. That's her channel. Check out her channel if you don't, if you're not already subscribed, or if you don't know who she is. It's Lady Love Lounge Talk. Love is spelled L-U-V. Check her out. Like and subscribe. But anyway, what I'm going to do today is I want to talk to the men out here. Talking to the men out here, especially to the men that have children. Whether you're young, your 20s, 30s, high 40s. Even if you're older than that, this may be some type of game that you never had chopped up to you. And I'm about to chop you up some game real quick. Let's say you're a man and you have children. Those children, man, are born with a inner survival instinct. And the reason why they're born with this inner survival instinct, the reason why it's embedded in them, is because these are the things that they can't do for themselves. They can't go out and get a job and provide for themselves. They can't provide a certain amount of security for themselves. They cannot feed themselves. They can't provide a roof over their head. They can't keep lights on. So, so on and so forth. So what they do is they have a inner survival instinct, and they know the people or the person that is taking care of them. They know whether you're capable of doing it. And they know if you can't provide these things for them. So what happens is these children begin to, when they know you can't provide these things for them, they don't want to be around you. They don't want to really interact with you. They get around other people and they begin to say, I don't want to be around my mother or my father. They or whoever's taking care of them, they say, I don't want to be around that person. And what happens is they are feeling the fact that you can't do it. It's something, if you're able to do these things for this child, you exude this certain amount of confidence, you exude this certain amount of, or you exude this aura that they can feel from you. And if you cannot do it, they know it, they feel it. They may not know what they're feeling. They may not know what it is that they just can't connect with you with. But it's that inner survival instinct, and they know they may love you, but they know you can't do these things for them. Whether you knew it or not, let me explain something to you. Whether you know it or not, these children can get around someone that can provide that type of security for them, and they compare you to them. You may not think they are, but they can. They compare you to them. If you're a man, let's say they go to a friend's house, and let's say that friend has a dad, and they're able to provide that kind of security for them, what happens is they always want to be over there. And you may look and be like, you always want to go over to your homie so-and-so's house. What's up with that? Oh, no, it ain't nothing. Yeah, that's my friend. Yeah, I just like being around him. What it is, he likes that. His inner survival instinct lets him know that that family is providing that kind of security for them. And your parent isn't. Your parent is not providing you that because they don't know what's going to happen the next day. They don't know if they're gonna, like the old folks say, they don't really have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. And if you don't have that, or if you have habits that can take from their security, those children feel that. And they act on it. They don't want to be around you. People may come up and say, hey, do you want to be over here or do you want to be with your parents? Or that parent. And if they say, nah, I'd rather be over there. Don't get mad, don't trip. You know, it ain't the child's fault. It's not the people that is able to provide that kind of security for them. It's not their fault. It's your fault. Get your shit in a row. Get your ducks in a row. Get your shit in order, homie. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do, especially when you have a child. I don't care if you're 20 years old. Let's say you're 20 years old and you have one child. You know what I've always said since I was young? If you have one child, that puts 5 years on you. So if you're 20, technically, in my eyes, you're 25. So you can't use, oh, I'm young. Yeah. I didn't know. How am I supposed to know this? I'm young. Once you have a child, you're supposed to be a lot more mature than people that don't have a child. So if you have someone that's 25, you're more mature than them if you're 25 with a child. Because your mind is supposed to operate that way. If you're 35, and you have 2 children, your mind is supposed to operate this way. You're supposed to have the same mind as a 45-year-old man. Yes, because you have 2 children. And like I said, each child, you're supposed to put 5 years on it. So if you're 20, you have 2 children, you're supposed to be thinking like a 30-year-old person. Whether you're male or female. If you're a female, you're supposed to be thinking like a 30-year-old woman. If you're a male and you have 2 children, you're supposed to be thinking like a 30-year-old man. You're not supposed to have the same mind process or the mindset as a 20-year-old. No, you're out of that. So get your shit in order, man. And as a man, you don't need to go out here and make, like I was saying, you don't have to go out here and make 300,000, 6 figures, have a thriving business, be an entrepreneur, and it'll be nice if you do. You should want to have those kind of goals when you do have a child, especially when you're young and having a child. But you just need to provide those basic necessities for those children, and those children will respect you. Those children will want to be around you as long as they know that they're secure around you. And security for a child is just your ass growing up. Just grow up, man. Grow up. No one's saying change your whole life and just be something that you may not be. No one's saying that. If you grew up in the ghetto, you might still have a little ghetto. I grew up in the ghetto, but yeah, I got a little ghetto in me, whatever. But I also know that I had to grow up, and I had to have my mind in a different mindset. I had to grow up and do this, man. I gotta get out here and do things that I may not feel like doing. I gotta do things that's not gonna land me in the penitentiary anymore. So, basically, you just gotta grow up, man. And those children will feel that. Those children will be comfortable around you. And like I said, don't be tripping and don't be hating if they're around somebody that, or they're around a family that is providing that for them and they want to be around that family. Don't trip. Peep it out. Take notes and get your shit in order. Anyway, just chopping up a little game. Not gonna be long. I might discuss this later on the Lady Love Lounge talk. Might do that. But it's just a little game for the men out there, man. Just grow up. Get your shit in order, especially if you have children, man. Doesn't take much for children to want to be around you and look up to you and see you as the role model in their life. Doesn't take much. Just provide that security for them. Alright. Well, this is LA 42992. Kicking a little game to you. And I'm up out of here. See you next time.